Hi, I'm Radiance, and welcome to my channel. I want to share something with you. Recently, I've had so much going on in life, and I'm talking about things on different levels. Career-wise, I was in a position that I didn't love very much. I didn't like very much. In the beginning, I complained a lot. In the middle of it, I complained a lot. Towards the end, I complained a little bit. But then I actually saw, somewhat why I was there. I talked about that in the previous video. And then I got an opportunity, right? Actually, I was able to get several opportunities. I got an opportunity for a contract. That contract ended up being across the country, and I had that hanging. And then I was offered another contract, something shorter, but it was further out. And in the midst of all of that, prior to that happening, I received, I started another position that I worked both. And I, had the conversation with this particular person, this employer, this family I was working with, I should say. And right before I started, I ended up sending a text message, and I double checked, and I said, hey, by the way, I just want to confirm, these hours and just the specifics of, this particular contract. Mind you, I'd had more than one conversation, face to face, via the phone, and I was supposed to start on a Monday, and that Thursday before I sent the text message to confirm. And the response I got back many hours later was, oh, we're only going to need you like 3 days. Now, that happened. And then I got another contract before the one that I'm in right now, by the way. And I got a text on a Friday from an agency representing me to say, hey, this family really wants you. And I was excited because it was a type of work I hadn't done, a family I hadn't worked with before. But I looked at it as an opportunity to support a family, but also gain an experience I never had. And by that Monday, they changed their mind. They found someone more local. And I went through this, and I was just like, what is going on? And then this other opportunity came up, as I just mentioned in the beginning, and literally behind that came this other opportunity that I'm in right now, or I'm getting ready to start right now. And like as I said, it was an opportunity to travel, but it meant being away from my family for months. It meant changing the environment I was in. I went from a warm climate to a cold, wintry climate. And then subsequently, as all this is going on, I am working on content creation, and different things are happening, and I'm getting interrupted. I have dogs. They're making noise. I try to film outside my home in that environment, although beautifully aesthetic. And you'll see it on this channel as well. Like sometimes I would get interrupted. Sometimes there'd be noise outside because I was in an open space. I realized the sound probably wasn't as great later on. And I didn't love the quality of it. All these things I had going on. And then one day in the midst of me actually going to film, I had taken a pause. I got a call from my sister. And she told me that my dad was in a really bad space, and they were recommending him go to hospice. Now, I don't know if you know anything about hospice, but hospice is where they send people to die. And I'm not trying to be morbid here. I'm just telling my truth and my story. And I had to sit with that. And yes, I cried, and I was upset. But I say all this to say that all these things going on were a lot in life. And of course, I dealt with my family and my home environment. But I say all to say that while I had a lot, I'm a true believer in, and I'm not religious by any means, but I do believe, and I do believe in the scripture saying that God has put more in you than you can bear. And so the question that I had in a lot of those moments when I was going through this, and I'm still dealing with it, by the way, is why me? Why me? Like, why am I dealing with all this uncertainty job wise? Why am I dealing with, all this stuff, with my dad, and then I have my sister who's telling me I need to come, and I'm like, in my mind, I'm thinking she has no idea what I'm going through. She doesn't know about my life in that aspect. She doesn't know what's going on with me financially. How dare she? But I had to stop and pause for a second, because in all this, the answer to the why me was why not me. The answer to the why me was that in all that I was facing, it was for a purpose, a lesson, and a reason, right? So some would say, well, what would be the purpose of all this? Well, I'm going to tell you how it aligns. So while I didn't get the first position, that wouldn't have started until probably roughly about a month from now. The position I ended up getting, the contract I ended up getting, which I'm starting very soon, was sooner. So I didn't have to wait. That was the one. The other thing was, it ended up being in the same state that the other one was. But guess what? It just so happened that the position of the contract that I got, and I ended up getting 2 contracts, by the way, ended up being close to a family member that I could stay with. So then I had housing I didn't have to pay for, really. The distance wasn't far from where the contract was, right? I had have a partner that was very super supportive, that encouraged me and was happy for me, when I told my partner like this was going on. I haven't been to the area that I'm in right now in roughly almost 3 years. And the last time I came, it wasn't a very happy event, but I was able to come back. I was able to fly and travel. I was able to give some time to plan. And in taking on this contract, which was a choice, right? I'm able to be closer to my friends and family. As a matter of fact, I'm going to see one of my really long-term friends, my oldest friend that I've known for like 30-something years. I'm going to see her today. And so the point is, I was able to do that. And then the other thing is, while my dad is still going through some ailments and some illnesses, I have been in touch with my sister, and he is better. And the other side is that in me being where I physically am right now, I am that much closer. Like, it's probably maybe an hour or 2 plane ride as opposed to 6 or 7 hours on a plane to get to him, right? So that was the benefit in me being here. And then on top of that, one of my family members, my other family members, is going through some ailments and some illness stuff, and let me know what was going on. And I'm going to be in a physical position and location to be able to assist them and be there for them, right? Not just maybe pray for them, but to be able to physically support them, So the why me, while that answer may come up and you're wondering why the challenges are happening in your life and why this is going on, understand that the why me is actually for you. What you're facing, what you're going through, these challenges, these roller coaster up and downs, is for a reason and for a purpose. It's for you to grow. It's for you to learn something. And yes, having a sick loved one or family member is not fun. And I'm not here to make light of it, right? It can be very heavy. But I want you to take a wider range view of it and understand that even if they continue in their illness, even if they have discomfort, right? Know that you being there in whatever way you can benefits them. You're able to support them, love on them, be there for them, maybe grab something from the store from them. That is a blessing and a benefit, right? So I'm not telling you to ignore anything else that's going on. I'm not telling you that it's not going to be challenging. I'm not telling you that you're not going to struggle or have tough times or go through challenges. What I'm saying to you is that everything does happen for a reason. And I know I hate when people say that, especially when I'm going through a time and I'm upset. But understand that There is a reason for it and a purpose for it. And if you sometimes step a little bit outside of that pressure and pain that you're feeling, you then be able to see the other reason or reasons why you, why me, why you're going through what you're going through. All right? So understand the why me is for you, that the answer is that it's for you to learn something and to give and to learn a lesson. And the key is love, peace, and understanding. So thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you. If you like this video, please share it and give it a thumbs up and like it. Leave me a comment. Leave me a comment. Like, what are you dealing with right now? Like, what it is that you're facing. And also share with me what is on the other side of that. You know what I mean? The why you and the what's for you. What do you feel like you're gaining or being able to give in that circumstance, right? Please share that with me. And also, subscribe to the channel and click the link on my bio. And please come on over and join my free VIP group, right? Come on over for more love, right? More community, more greatness, more abundance, and even some more support in what you're going through, right? Come join the community. So I appreciate you once again, right? I send you lots of love and light and energy. And until next time, you have a good one.